What's up guys, Blake here again with GuideToVaping.com, and today I'm doing yet again another review, and this time it is the Vape Forward Vapor Flask Stout by Wismec.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
So guys, the Vapor Flask Stout is one that I accidentally picked up. And when I say accidentally, I wasn't actually going to buy a Vapor Flask Stout. I was actually looking for the Vapor Flask Classic. However, when I was picking up that Vapor Flask Classic, I seen that beautiful Vapor Flask Stout just sitting there, and I had no choice but to buy it. Now the crazy thing is, I was all hyped about getting the Vapor Flask Classic, and then soon after I purchased it, the hype went away. However, when I picked up this Vapor Flask Stout that I didn't have a lot of hype about, the hype was there. I was loving this device, and I'm continuing to use it every day now. In fact, I barely use my Vapor Flask Classic. I'm always actually using the Vapor Flask Stout. And the reason why I am is because it has a nice design to it. It's very small, it has plenty of power, and it also has that ability to use a 26650 battery in it, or I can use an 18650 battery. And that very perk right there is the reason why I've grown so close to this Vapor Flask Stout. So without further ado guys, let's go ahead and dive down and take a closer look at the Vape Forward Vapor Flask Stout by Wismec. Alright guys, so you are looking at the packaging for the Vape Forward Vapor Flask Stout by Wismec. Now as you can see, just like the Vapor Flask Classic, the Vapor Flask Stout packaging is very simple. And just like most other Wismec's packaging, you're not going to need to expect much more than simple. So starting off, you can see that we had the Vape Forward name here, and then we have the Vape Forward logo. And if you look towards the bottom of the packaging on the front, you'll see the Vapor Flask name, and then letting you know that this is the stout version. Now if you turn to one side, you can see that there's the Vape Forward URL. The other side will have the same thing. The bottom is going to have a Vape Forward logo. The top the same thing. And then if you turn it to the back side, you'll get a little bit of information about this device. Once again, we have the Vapor Flask name at the top, and then also letting you know again that it's the stout version. And then if you look closely, it says that it's the Vapor Flask Stout, and it's a single 26650 battery device, and it also has a maximum power output of 100 watts. And it has temperature control using nickel, titanium, and stainless steel. And just below that, it shares what is all included in this packaging, which is the Vapor Flask Stout mod, then a USB cable, a user manual, and a warranty card. Again, just below that, it says keep out of reach of children, giving you a small warning. And then it has the sticker right here that says white, indicating what color this Vapor Flask Stout is. Now, if you look just below that, you'll see that it also says that it's designed by Vape Forward in the USA, but it's been manufactured by Wismec in China. And these two have collaborated to make the Vapor Flask Stout. So let's go ahead and open up this packaging. The first thing you'll see is the Vapor Flask Stout. Let's go ahead and pull that mod out. Pull up this foam piece, and then you'll see a Vape Forward scratch check for authenticity. And the next thing we have is a Vapor Flask Stout user manual. Pull up this little cardboard piece, and then we have the Vape Forward USB cable. Now this USB cable will allow you to not only charge your Vapor Flask Stout, but it'll also allow you to upgrade its firmware. Alright, so now we're left with the Vapor Flask Stout device itself. As you can see, it's got a very cool and nice shape to it. It fits really good in the hand, as you can see here. And if you look closely, we had the Vape Forward logo here, and then your 510 connection. Now to give you some information about this connection, these 510 threads are made of stainless steel, and the 510 pin, as you can see here, is gold plated and is spring loaded. Looking at the device, there's nothing on this side, nothing on this side, and absolutely nothing in the back. However, on the front side, you do have that signature Vapor Flask rounded stainless steel button, and then you also have your two rounded adjustment buttons here. In between those two buttons, you have an OLED screen that sits here. And then at the bottom, we have a micro USB port, which can be used for upgrading the firmware or charging this device. Now, when you turn to the bottom of this device, that's when things get a bit interesting. As you can already tell from looking at it, and if you know your mods, then you know this is where that battery is going to be inserted. And being that there's no way to unscrew this bottom, you can see that it's on a hinge. So to get to your battery compartment, it's simply a hinge style, making it very easy to change your batteries on the fly. The first thing I do want to point out though is these ventilation holes here, and then you'll notice this huge area for a battery. Now, like I've already mentioned, this device accepts a 26650 battery, meaning of course you're going to get plenty of battery life, but the cool thing about it is that you can also use an 18650 battery in it as well. Now, if you stick your finger in the battery compartment here, you'll pull out this little black piece, and this black piece here is used so that you can insert a 18650 battery. Now, as you can see, without that black piece, I can stick this 26650 battery in here and then close up that hinge, or I can take that out, pop in that black piece, and then use an 18650 battery that we all know we already have. And that's pretty much the gist of this device. There's really not a lot to it. There's not a lot in its appearance. But the simple fact that this device can use not only a 26650 battery, but also an 18650 battery makes it golden. Now, to share even more features with you guys, this device has enough power to reach up to 100 watts. So it starts at 1 watt. And then you can see quickly you can jump all the way up to 100 watts. While in wattage mode, you can fire down to 0.1 ohms, but then you also have a temperature control mode, which has 3 modes in itself where you can use titanium, stainless steel, or nickel 200. Now, if you look here, press it 4 times, then we can get to that menu. You can see wattage, then you can go to different temperature control settings here. But if you look at this, the bypass mode, you can actually use the battery that's in the device, meaning that when you fire this device, you're going to be using the battery life you have left, which basically mimics unregulated output, much like you would see using a mechanical mod. Now, to continue on the temperature control, guys, if you want to use temperature control modes, any of the 3 modes, you can fire down to 0.05 ohms, and you can range in temperature from 200 degrees all the way up to 600 degrees. And that's about it when it comes to the Vapor Flask Stout, guys. It's not really a big to-do. It is a nice feeling device in the hand, and it does come with your most basic features plus temperature control, and not to mention you will get 100 watts out of this bad boy. But as I mentioned, the coolest thing about this device is that it accepts a 26650 battery and an 18650 battery, which I've found very good use out of. I've been using this device ever since I've got it, and I have absolutely no complaints with the way it performs or the way it looks, and definitely not with the way it feels. Alright guys, welcome back, and you just got a close-up view of the unboxing of this Vapor Flask Stout, and I also showed you a close-up of the device itself. And I'm pretty sure you're going to agree with me that this device is pretty damn cool. Now, what do I have to say about this Vapor Flask Stout? What do I actually think about it? And being that I've used this device almost every day since I purchased it, I've got to say it must be a good one. You guys know that I receive a lot of devices, a lot of the latest devices, and if I'm actually using this over everything else, then you know it must be a great device. Not only does it have a small design, but it fits really good in my hand. But what's so crazy about this device is that there's really nothing too fancy about it. Like I showed you in the close-up, there's nothing on this side, there's nothing over here on this big part, and there's nothing on the opposite side. The only thing you're gonna see is this black control face here, and you'll see this bottom swing hinge battery door here at the bottom. So why do I like it so much? Like I said, it's got a small design to it. It fits good in my hand. but it also offers that 100 watts. So if I need more power, I can get it. But the thing that impresses me so much about this device, like I told you in the close-up, is that it offers the ability to use a 26650 battery or an 18650 battery. And what I've been doing is, since I only have one 26650 battery, I basically put it in there, use it, and then when it goes dead, I can use plenty of my 18650 batteries that I have on hand. So there's really not a whole lot to say about this device other than it's just a nice device to use. And being that it's by Wismec, it doesn't cost much at all. You guys know that their prices are priced very well, but also when they offer devices, they also offer quality. The Vapor Flask Stout does have the Wismec chipset inside, so the performance is going to be much like your Vapor Flask Classic or your RX200, except with the higher wattage. And even though those other devices offer 150 watts, 200 watts, guys, that high wattage doesn't mean shit to me. And with that being said, guys, I got a Velocity Mini clone here at the top. I got a dual coil setup inside, and it's at 0.46 ohms. And I'm running, let's see, 55 watts. So let's see how well she actually performs. As you know, guys, with the Wismec chipsets in the RX200s and the Vapor Flask and all that kind of stuff, any of these Wismec chipsets, they all perform basically the same, and they all give you a somewhat of a consistent hit. As long as you got that wattage where it needs to be, then you're going to get a good vape. It performs great, it feels good, and not to mention I got that 100 watts and that temperature control option if I so choose to use it. So guys, that about wraps it up for the Vapor Flask Stout. If you want to pick this device up, I'll leave a link in the description below. And as you guys know, if you like this video, make sure that you leave me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like it in the future, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So until next time, guys, vape on.